Hi everyone, this is Karen Hightower. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are using a stamp set called Love at All Times from Gina K Designs. This image is a beautiful open flower image that is great to do a little watercoloring with my Zig Clean Color markers. I have a piece of Bristol smooth cardstock that I'm going to put in my MISTI. I'm going to place my image where I want it, close the door, and pick up the stamp. Then I'll be taking that Bristol smooth paper and my little embossing magic pad, and I will be getting all the moisture and oils off of that cardstock so my embossing powder goes where I want it to and not where it wants to go. So I have my Gina K Designs embossing and watermark ink, and I am going to ink up this flower. And I do ink it up twice so I can make sure I have it all covered for the embossing powder. Then I'll remove that paper and I will add some fine detail black embossing powder from Gina K Designs, and I'm just sprinkling it all over, and I will tip it off and I will thump it to make sure all the excess is off of there before I heat emboss it. And now that that's heat embossed, I grab mid-tone Zig Clean Color marker and started adding color, and I'm using a paintbrush to move the color with a little water. I had started using a water brush, but it was letting out too much water, and I like to be in more control of the water than that. So I just add the mid-tone all over and move it around, and then I used a olive, I think it's olive, let me look. It's olive green, and just to add a different tone of green, and I just put a little of it down and I use a water brush to move it. Then I'm using light carmine, I believe is the name of it, and carmine red to color the flowers. And I just start with a little color down at the bottom near the center of the flower, and I use a little bit of water. You can see I'm not even dipping my brush very much. I just am using what water's left in the brush itself to move that color. Now when you get a lot of color on your brush, you wipe it on the paper towel to take some of that pigment off. There, I rinsed it and wiped on the towel. But you just go around and do all your petals, and then I will do the other two flowers. These are the petals that are facing up, or that you can see like the inside of the flower. I've grabbed the carmine red, and we're going to do the underside of the petals now. And I'm just laying down the color and doing the same process, rinsing my brush, tapping off excess water onto the paper towel, blending out the ink a little bit, tapping off extra pigment, and then blending some more until it's very light on the tip of the flower. And I will just go around and do each petal this way until I have all the flowers done. And then if you feel like you need to add more pigment, you can go back and add some more of the marker and then blend it out. And you can go around and touch up all the petals, or if you feel like some are too light in areas, you can darken them up, or you can add a second color if you would like. So then after we get all the flower petals done, I am going to take a little bit of light brown and do a couple spots on the leaves just to give it something different, so it's not all green. It has a little shade of light brown in there. And then I'm going to take this cool little image and I am going to use it for my background. But before I can stamp it, I'm going to mask off this flower. So I've pulled out Gina K Designs Masking Magic, and I'm going to put a piece of that inside my MISTI, and I'm going to take that big old flower and I'm going to stamp it on that Masking Magic paper. I'll just grab the sandy beach and ink that up, and then I'll have to fussy cut it. Well, I won't make you watch me do all that because I'm not very good at fussy cutting. That's why I like dies. But I cut out all the images, and then I will piece them together easily on my card. But it works. Everything gets covered up that I needed to cover up. Okay, so I have it all covered up now. Got everybody on there, and I've grabbed the Sandy Beach Premium Dye ink from Gina K Designs, and I'm going to ink up this little grid pattern. It makes a great background, and I'm going to stamp it down, and I'm just going to stamp it all over the background. And then I'll remove my masking magic, and I'm going to save those pieces. I'm going to put them on the back of the sheet that the stamps are on, and because you never know when you'll need them again, and you can reuse them several times. And then I have the Gina K Designs adhesive dot runner that I'll be using to attach that layer to this black onyx layering cardstock. And I'll pull out the trimmer and just cut off the right side and that bottom. I have a little flag from one of the Master Layouts die set. I'll put in the description below which set because at the moment I'm not sure. I have the Gina K Designs Amalgam ink in Obsidian. There it is. And I haven't used this greeting yet, so I ink it up and I stamp it off on the scrap paper. And I kind of drag it sideways to make sure all the ink comes off of it. I re-ink it up and I stamp that little flag. And that will go on the front of the card. And I will pop it up with some Gina K Designs foam squares. I do cut them in half. As you can see, I'll just take my scissors and snip them. And that way my scissors don't get all gummy. But I think I could have probably put them on whole. But either way works. I'm going to take off the backing, and then I'm going to attach that to the front of the card panel. Well, when I decide where to put it. So I get it attached, and then I'm going to take the Connect glue and some of the Angel Aura Rhinestones from Gina K Designs, and I really love how it picks up different colors. Anyway, I'm going to put some glue down and attach those onto the card front, and then I'm going to take me a piece of white layering weight cardstock and a piece of black onyx and attach those together with my adhesive dot runner. And I'm going to put it in the Misty, and I'm grabbing that big image again. And this time I'm going to ink it up with the Innocent Pink dye ink. And that will be the inside of the card project for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And see, there's the inside. And you can just write your greeting in there or stamp it, either way. And that is the finished card project for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. I sure appreciate it. You can find me over on Instagram under Karen Hightower or in the Gina K Designs Friends group. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.